Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of our Valentine 3-day special. And this day is a great day because I went back in the annals of all our shows, and I found the most beautiful guest we had the whole time. And it happens to be my wife, Diane.
Yay! Good words, Rick.
Well, the life we have had is so great. And so, as part of Valentine's, now we're going to get into what Valentine's Day is like tomorrow. But in that vein, I wanted for us to share how we met, our love story, so to speak. See, and we even have our heart ready. It says, I love you. And I took that down from Diane. Now, you're going to hear more about, because your hobby is what?
Hearts.
Hearts. It always has been. What's your, well, don't say your whole email, but you are known in your email even.
Heart Lady. Yeah.
Heart Lady. Yeah. Heart Lady. So that's how big it's been. So we're going to get into that more tomorrow. But today, I wanted to read a verse, first of all, because we always need a verse for the day. And today's verse comes from Daniel chapter 4 at verse 25. And here's what it says. The Most High, that is God, is sovereign over the kingdoms of men and gives them to anyone he wishes. God is sovereign, it says. And that means that he is in control of all things. And you see that in your life. We see it in our life. And we rest in him that he brings the best into our life. I read a book, or I knew of a book. I haven't read it, but the title was, What If I Turned Left? One little turn in life could make it change all that happens to you. Well, I kind of feel that way about us. I mean, should I say how we met, or do you? Why don't you say how we met? If I say and then you correct it, that would work.
True.
Why don't you just start and say how did we meet? Because I really believe God's sovereign hand was on that.
Okay. My recollection, we were going to University of Southern California, and a good friend of mine was a little sister for his fraternity, and I used to go over there to lunch, and so I knew Rick, but he had a girlfriend at the time, and but then we we were going to be in a show at the Greek Theater called Songfest, and our houses went together, and we auditioned, and we made it. So we had all these practices. So we just got to know each other, and as a friend, we were just friends, and then.
But even what you've said so far.
Yeah.
Had we not gone to the same school, and believe me, it's amazing that I got in.
Oh,
I don't know about you, but there's no way that it. And somehow I did. And then I only joined that particular fraternity because they had the best basketball court.
Yes, you're right.
And so I want to go to live there. And what if not? We'd have never met.
Right. Yeah. God just ordained that we met.
And you happen to have that one friend.
Yeah.
And Janie.
No, it was Gloria.
Gloria.
Yeah.
Janie was another friend, but Gloria, and so anyway, keep going.
Anyway, so we did this performance at the Greek Theater. It was a really fun event. And then that night we had a big party, and Rick took me to the Greek Theater. That's another story. But anyway.
Well, I have to tell that story.
Okay, go ahead if you want.
Well, no, I'll finish up.
Anyway, after that though, we started dating, and
So, how many people had their first date on stage at the Greek Theater? A lot of people take a date to the Greek Theater, but that's always, I've thought that was one of our uniquenesses. But the only reason that this worked out is I actually was in awe of you, and I'm going to have Lorena put up our pictures of that era for us, and you all see what Well, she still is, of course. But I had to get to know you and so on. And anyway, I was too shy. She was way above my league. So there's no way I was going to invite her out myself. But I was good friends with her good friend. And so I said, I knew if I invited Gloria to have a ride to the Greek theater that night, she would say, sure, I need a ride, but can my good friend Diane go with us? That is exactly what happened. So I asked Gloria, who in turn asked me if I would be willing to take you, and
Yep.
well, that was the plan all along.
Yeah.
So it worked. Anyway, so I just see God's sovereign hand in all of that, and
Can I tell that
Yeah.
the first summer, it was then summer, and so he was living at SC, but I was at home. No, I was living in Orange County with my sister. I got a job at Disneyland, and at that time you could get in free with a date on your days off. So every Friday night we went to Disneyland all that summer. That kind of bonded us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was good.
to think that I had starting to date this beautiful girl, and I got to go to Disneyland for free every week.
Yeah. And
That
it was
was
in the
never-
day
although
of tickets. It was in the day of tickets.
Yeah,
So we
you
all
guys
had
all
tickets.
you remember the e-tickets?
E-tickets, yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
And so everyone knew that we were going, and everyone gave us their leftover tickets. So
A's and B's and C's.
we were never without tickets. But those were great days.
Mhm.
They really were, and it just led on. But I actually go back. I've continued to thank God all these years that the way both our lives were structured, and that I actually got into that one fraternity that I really had no other reason. I mean, my reasons were so thin to go to live there, but it happened to be. And if you ever go down to SC, there's a row of how where all the fraternities are, but we were just one block south, which means we weren't on with everyone. However, the good news was 100% of all the sorority girls had to go past our house on the way to school.
Yeah.
And out of 100%, my eyes
Yeah.
were
And he
only
sat on the
you.
porch all the time. He didn't
Yeah.
go to class much.
Yeah.
He was sitting on that porch a lot.
I was not alone, though.
No,
We
you
had a team of guys just to analyze the situation.
Oh,
And that. Well, I know that all our friends in Laguna Woods and those that watch regularly, and I just thought you might be interested to hear our love story on this Valentine's Day. But I want you to think back to yours also. And even whether your spouse is still alive or not, those were great. Those were years that the Lord gave to you with someone you loved. And just think back. I want you to thank Him for bringing him or her into your life. Things could have gone much different for us or for you. And so I really think we have to thank the Lord that He patterned our life in such a way as to bring those people. And actually, we were talking about spouses, but great friends into your life too. Or even your children. I've always said it's not an accident who your children are. God sovereignly put them into your family and into your life. And I believe that about all the people in our lives. And so I really thank you. You've put up with me for, well, how many years?
well, it'll be 48 in February.
That's correct. Yeah.
But I've known
I
you 50.
wanted to make sure
I've
you
known
got that right.
Yeah, I've known you 50
Yeah.
because I knew you 2 years before we married. Yeah.
Well, the story goes on. We're not finished yet. I hope you'll tune back in tomorrow. There's some amazing things I discovered about Valentine's Day, and you're going to hear more about how we bring hearts into our life. I think you'll be blessed by tuning in on Valentine's Day. Bye, Laguna Woods. See you tomorrow.